Hi, everybody. Everybody's coming in. Hi, Dennis. Hi, Marianne, Donna, Elise. Hi, Louise. Hello, Carol and Veronica. Thank you all so much for being here for the live.
Hi, can you see me?
I can't see you. Who is that?
Carol.
Hi, Carol. Let's see.
Oops.
Oh, there you are. I see you now.
Hi.
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 Good to see you.
I just want to tell you at the outset, I'm not sure how long it's going to go, but I have to hop off at 10 of 2.
Okay. All right. Yes, absolutely. Stay for as long as you can. If you need to hop off, by all means, hop off. I'm going to have the recording available for everybody on Facebook. And if anybody can't access Facebook, let me know, because I'm also going to be putting it up on the website for this.
Okay. Terrific. Thank you.
Wonderful. Okay. So we have a lot to go over today. Today is the triple quantum healing, clearing, and activation. It's so exciting, especially now with everything going on and everyone's energy. It's so important to keep a nice, clear, clean, and open energy field. I use this practice. I use the personal one every day. And I use the one for land and for the building that I'm living in, my home. You can also use it for an office, but I use that one pretty much weekly. The land one, not so much, because the land that I'm living on now is, it's a peaceful land. It doesn't have any kind of history that would, that I feel into or that I know of historically that has caused any kind of discordant energy here. Although I was in a property that was like that, and I did have to do it almost weekly just to keep it cleared. And then eventually it cleared out and I didn't really need to do it anymore. It wasn't affecting me as much. So let me just check to see if anybody wants to put anything in the chat. By all means, put it in the chat if you have a question. And like I said earlier, as Carol brought up, if you need to jump off, by all means, jump off. I will be sending a follow-up email out to this one, just directing you guys and offering any additional support and directing you where you can go to watch and to listen to the replay. This session also will be available. I was thinking of also putting it up on YouTube, because I know that for some people listening to things from Facebook or listening to files, sometimes they get cut off, but on YouTube, it's very reliable, their platform. So you'll be able to just listen to it and really do the clearing that way. So, all right, so let's jump right in. Let's see. Okay. This over here. Just let me get myself situated here. There we are. Okay. Everybody can see this?
Yes.
Everybody seeing the screen? Excellent. Okay. So quantum clearing, healing, and activation. So my name is Daniela Alina Viola, and my organization is You Are Source. I am the lady from Source, here to remind you that you are a divine, unique expression of Source. So you are Source. That's why I love the play on the title there. And as an awakening and ascension guide, it is my mission to assist the seeker and the awakening heart into coming into wholeness. So I assist you in your process and support you in your process of coming into wholeness, into your original divine blueprint. And it is my great honor and my great pleasure to guide you through embodying the truth of who you are. So let's activate our multidimensionality first before we jump in. So we are multidimensional beings. We are so much more than just the physical vessel. The greater part of us is actually outside of ourselves. And the more that we connect with our multidimensional being, the more that we're able to more effectively function in this world and be able to have exchanges and interactions that truly support us in our growth and expansion. So let's get into, oh, hold on just a second. Somebody's waiting to come in. Excuse me. Okay. Let me just check to see. Hi, Maxine. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Okay. So
taking notes, do you think? Should I get something to write with?
No, I don't think you need to take notes. You'll have access to the recording. But if you feel intuitively, like I know some people, like if they write notes, they feel like they absorb it more. And if that's something intuitively that you're being called to, go right ahead. One thing I should say before we start is make sure you have some water by you.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you want, I'll give you a minute to go get some water, because water is a very important part of the process. I'm actually going to drink some right now. Water helps to move energy through. And our bodies are comprised of 75+% water. So the more water that you drink and the more hydrated you are, is the more effective the communication between your mind and your heart and your body. So getting water is a big part of any kind of energy work. Whenever I do session work, I always tell my clients, drink plenty of water, because we're shifting energy, and in shifting energy, the physical shifts in kind, but not if there's a disconnection, and that disconnection oftentimes happens through dehydration or lack of water. Let's just give another few seconds. Okay. So hopefully everybody's back. All right. Let's see here. Let me just check something. Hold on just a moment. Okay. Okay. So, oh, hold on, one more person. I think Maxine is having an issue getting in. Okay. She's back in. Maxine, I see that you're in twice. Hi, Maxine. Let me unmute you.
See you.
Yes. Are you on one device?
I am in twice. I have two.
Yeah, you need to shut one of those off because we're getting feedback.
Okay.
Talk about quantum, what that sounds like. Okay.
Yes, I have two different devices. One is the telephone, and then the other is a monitor that does not have a webcam on it. But I can't, my phone is too small, so I can't see.
Okay.
But I can communicate on the phone.
Okay, got you. All right, well, it's much better now, so thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too, honey. All right. Okay. So yes, we are multidimensional beings. So the more that we connect with our multidimensional selves, the more we're able to interact and have exchanges with our external world in a more fruitful and beneficial way that will serve us. So let's activate our multidimensionality. And I'm going to run you guys through a quick exercise to do this, okay? And what you're going to do is you're going to close your eyes, and you're going to take a couple of nice deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth like this. And what you're doing is you're taking some nice big deep belly breaths in through the nose, and when you breathe out, you're going to breathe out like you're breathing into a straw, like through a straw. So like this. And you're doing a complete exhalation, and you'll feel yourself drop further into your body, like relaxing and dropping further into the body. And with this next breath, when you breathe out, you're going to breathe out and you're going to imagine a line of energy coming from your heart. Like your heart is a ball of light. And imagine from that ball of light that when you exhale, you're going to exhale a line, like a pinpoint line out of that ball of light. And you're going to stretch it into a line all the way down your body, down through the floor and into the earth. And you're going to do that with your exhale. So like this. To the heart and pulling like a line of light from the heart. Exhaling all the way down into the ground. That's your grounding cord. All the way down into the earth. All the way down into the earth. And you may even feel some tingling with that. You may not feel tingling with that. And that's just fine. Wherever you are is absolutely perfect for exactly where you should be. So you pull it all the way down and you ground it into the earth, and you could take that line of light and you can wrap it around a stone or a rock or a crystal or something deep, deep, deep down into the earth. Pulling the light, wrapping it around. Very good, very good. And now you can imagine that in the earth, in the center of the earth is a beautiful silver heart, like the silver heart of the earth. And your line of light is now commingling with that silver light of the earth. And you can now breathe up with an inhale, breathe up that silver light from the earth, up your cord. Breathing it up right to the heart. One more breath in through the nose, breathing it up from the earth, up into your heart. Very good. And now with this next breath in, you're going to breathe in the light from the heart. And you're going to stretch that cord now up through your body, up through the crown chakra on the top of your head, all the way up, 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 up to source. So you're going to breathe in and then pull the light up all the way up to source. And you can imagine source through the sun, through the stars, all the way to source, like a big golden light, like the heart of source. So breathing in through the heart, pulling the cord up, all the way up to source. Very good. And now up at source, you have that beautiful golden light, and that golden light is now swirling, going into your cord, all the way up at source. Now you're going to breathe it in, a golden light down through your cord, into your heart. And again, up at source, breathing in from source, the golden light, down through your cord, into your heart. Very good. And now give yourself a moment to stabilize here. And just stabilize here into the heart center, bringing your mind's eye into the heart center. That's now swirling and commingling your heart center with Earth's heart center, with Source's heart center. And just feel that for a moment. Don't forget to breathe. And now you're going to inhale into your heart and imagine that your heart is a big, beautiful balloon of that golden, diamond, silvery, platinum light. And you're going to breathe that light into the heart and expand the heart like a balloon. Bigger and bigger. Bigger and bigger till it takes up your whole entire body, just filling up that balloon. And then you're going to breathe in again, you're going to breathe in and you're going to expand it out to fill the entire room that you're in. Breathing that light into the heart, and the heart expanding like a balloon, bigger and bigger into the room, filling the entire room. And then filling your entire house, your entire home, the entire building that you live in. It's now your light, your heart light is now expanded out to your entire building, the entire home that you live in, and feel it just pushing into the edges of the walls of the building that you live in. And just sense into that and feel into that. And it's just expanding your consciousness, expanding that mind's eye out into your environment and just being with it, not judging it, just allowing whatever it is to be, to be. And we're just going to do one more level now. We're going to expand out to the land that you live on. So if you live on a house, it's your property. If you live in an apartment building, it's the property of the apartment building. If you live in a small community, you can extend it to the small community. And a good way of doing this is as you expand your heart out to that level, to that land level, you can see yourself rising up above your head and just looking down from the sky and imagining and seeing with your mind's eye what that looks like. And seeing your heart field like a big, beautiful grid of light, just expand it out like a bubble, containing that whole land property, multidimensionally, in all dimensions, levels and layers. Expanding out. And again, just imagining with your mind's eye and just allowing it to be and opening up all your senses, your feelings, your mind's eye sight, your inner sight. Maybe the sounds you might hear, birds chirping, or just expanding out. This is, in essence, multidimensionality, feeling into the multidimensional aspects of reality. Just expanding out beyond you. Very good. So when you get a moment, just open your eyes. Maybe you want to wiggle your toes and move your fingers around, and then just open up your eyes. I don't know about you guys, but that always feels good to me. Okay, thank you very much for that. Thank you for sharing in that. So this is our multidimensionality, and this lays the platform, the groundwork for the work that we're going to do today. So let's get into it. What do we mean by quantum? So quantum is a Latin word for amount. It is, in its modern understanding, it means the smallest possible unit of any physical property, so such as energy or matter. So quantum really means beyond the physical. It's beyond what you can physically see, taste, touch, beyond like really our five senses. Quantum is at its most granular level. It's the electrons, the protons, the neutrons, it's the atoms, it's the smallest molecular structure. And when we do any kind of work like this, any kind of energy work, this is the realm that you're working in. So quantum came into the latter usage in the 1900s when this physicist, Max Planck, used it in a presentation at the German Physical Society. So all is connected by energy. And as you can see with this presentation, I used a grid work background because that's literally what it is. We live and we work in a field of energy that is, in essence, grids upon grids upon grids upon grids, and they're all interconnecting energies. So you can see by the image I have here, this is an image of the human body, and it gives you an idea, if you see, of the grid work. So this here, you could see it going all the way out, up and down, if you follow my mouse here. This is what they call the torus field. And your heart has a torus field, all organs have a torus field, and these fields interconnect. And that's where, like Chinese medicine, they come up with the meridians, the ley lines, they call them also Indians nadis, chi. It's all this interdimensional, interconnected energy. So I always go back to universal law. I think universal law is the core basis of any understanding when it comes to working with energy vibration, and frequency. And I just wanted to, we don't have time today to go through all of these, but we will in a future class. At least we'll do one or two at a time. Universal law, the law of oneness. So that's everything is interconnected. And in that interconnection, certain things are attracted or not attracted. Everything is vibrating. Everything corresponds with everything else. There's cause and effect, compensation, perpetual transmutation of energy, inspired action. All of these, they're all intermingled. In essence, there's really just one law. It's the universal law of oneness upon which all other laws play a part in the understanding and the multidimensional aspect of that law. So just in the understanding, bottom line is everything is interconnected. So what is quantum clearing? So quantum clearing is it's a transdimensional process that addresses the clearing and the cleansing of the multitude of layers and levels of any person, place, or thing, right down to its root level, which is in essence, its grid work level. It's an energetic and vibrational healing. It's a powerful process that addresses your overall health, physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. So if you think of it, anything that we take on in this world works in the multidimensional aspect. And what we want to understand is that, like the way you have a house, you need to clear your house in order to be able to function in your house. If you go in your kitchen is messy, then chances are you're going to spend way too much time trying to find things. You're going to lose things. Maybe you slip on something on the floor. The more that you clear, the more that you clean, the more that you can move through life with clarity, with peace, with alignment, with efficiency, with optimal functionality. And being that we're just dawning on this real understanding of ourselves as multidimensional beings, we walk around in the world wondering why things aren't working out the way we want them to work out, or why we're having the experiences or the difficulties or the obstacles, because our fields many times are cluttered, and they're cluttered with gunk and junk that has been layered upon us through interactions that we have with people that are challenging, through anger, frustration, through you go through a trauma that also adds into your fields. It's literally like piling all of this stuff, because energy doesn't move unless we make it move. So if you're not consciously aware that you're carrying, say, like, for example, I was in a car accident. And when I was in that car accident, it was very traumatic for me. And the typical person would just go on with their life and just say, well, all right, well, I need to physically heal and work through that. But the healing is a multidimensional thing, because we are multidimensional beings. So I had to do a bunch of clearing around me, around that accident, working in the quantum fields to remove stress, trauma, the fear, the panic that I felt, the worry. There was so many different energy frequencies that came into my fields because of the trauma, and I needed to clear those away. And when we don't clear those away, those energies are still vibrating in our fields, and we're literally, because we live in a world of frequency matching, that law of frequency matching brings in more situations, people, and circumstances to cause us to feel that very same kind of fear or panic or stress. So this is a very exciting time to be alive, with all of these amazing tools that we have in the understanding of ourselves as multidimensional beings, and really empowering ourselves to take that upon ourselves, to know ourselves well enough to know when we need it, right? And to actually do something about it. And that's what this tool is here to serve you guys with. You guys can come back to this tool over and over again and use it for yourself, for your personal space, for your office space, for your workspace, even for your car. I mean, how many times we're in the car and some jerk, runs us down off the street and we get all angry? Guess what? That energy stays in the car unless you move it, unless you move it with your intention and with your commanding. And that's what I'm going to show you guys today. So why and when do this? So why? Like I said, we are energetic beings. We need to start thinking in terms of our expanded self. It allows us to connect with the greater part of ourselves, which is actually not physical, right? All those fields. The fields outside of us extend many, many feet. At their height, when you are at your highest vibration, extends out about 20, 30 feet, believe it or not, your field. Just like if you walk into a room, say you walk into a party and everybody's having a great time, you can feel that good energy. Say you walk into a room right after two people have an argument, you kind of feel that. You're like, you know, something doesn't feel quite right in this room. Well, that's the thing, is these fields, they expand out. So getting in touch with that greater part of you, outside of you, serves you on so many levels. It expands your consciousness to allow for greater knowingness on all levels, allows you to get clear and aligned and grounded so that you can take on the challenges of the world with minimal stress, with minimal fear. And it allows you to follow your well, the last one is follow your intuition on how often, and that's the when. So like I had said before, doing this daily is great for your personal fields, for the land and for your property. You know, the land, you can look up and see if anything had happened on your land before. There, like I told you before, there was a property I was on where there was actually a lot of wars, and there was many Indians that had died there. But for your personal fields, I do it every single day. I started off in the morning, and it really makes a difference. You feel cleaner, you feel clearer, you feel lighter. So these are the benefits. A lightness in body, mind, and heart and mind, increased clarity and focus, better quality communications, right? You're able to more effectively and clearly communicate your thoughts and from what's inside your heart. And also those in your environment will find it more optimal to actually understand and be able to communicate with you as well. A greater sense of security and stability within yourself, increased energy levels, absolutely. There are energies and entities that are around us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And if you have a bad day and you're feeling real crappy, there's energies that, you know, it's frequency matching. They get attached to you because they have the same vibration. So if you start your day off every day by doing this clearing, you clear it out and you clear house and you make yourself like more of an open and clear channel to live in the higher vibration. Without that, things start building up, and then you just start attracting all these energies that are keeping you in that lower vibration. So it's self-empowering. You definitely gain strength from it. You strengthen your energy fields, right? The more, think about it, the more that you clean out your house, so to speak, the stronger and more powerful that you'll definitely feel. Your walls will feel more, more grounded, more aligned. Your boundaries will definitely be clearer to those around you. Raises one's vibration, accesses the higher levels of consciousness. You get a greater flow of inspiration and creativity. Think about it. If you don't have all that stuff blocking you and all that stuff muddling and mudding up your path, your creativity and your ability to connect with that inspiring aspect of yourself flows much more. Balance and alignment support, and stronger connection and clarity of one's will and purpose. Again, when you're a clearer channel, that higher level of intuition that is always around you, it's just a matter of, are you letting it in, right? As multidimensional beings, we have that light and that light intelligence that is constantly coming from the divine, constantly coming down from source and into the fields. And when it comes in, many times it doesn't make it through the fields because you're muddled and clouded. This helps you to clear it out so you can get that inspiration. All right, so I'm going to take a drink of water and we're going to get into this. So, quantum clearing of land energies. So what I invite you to do right now is, what we're going to do is I'm going to speak this aloud, and I'm actually going to put the words up on the screen for you guys. So you could do this one of two ways. You can speak it aloud with me. I do find that speaking it aloud is more effective. It's stronger. It's more powerful. However, it's powerful in itself. If you feel intuitively you want to just sit back and you want to receive and just emanate with the sound of my voice, the sound of my voice is a transmission of this. So you could by all means do that. If you want to try reading it off the screen or just copying, I'll speak very slowly. I'll give you a time to say it for yourself. You could do it that way. You could read off the screen, or you could just listen and then repeat. So let me be clear. 3 choices. Sit back and receive, listen and repeat, listen, read it off the screen, and repeat. Okay? You could do one of those three things. And what I invite you to do is just think and sense into the land that you live on. So just take a moment and close your eyes. I'm going to bring up the words. And just close your eyes and feel into the land that you live on. Let me see if that's going to work. Can whoever wants to see it, if they could see it, great. And remember, you're going to get the recording of it as well. So, and just feel into the land. And just bring your mind's eye. And if you want, you can imagine the grid around the land, or just bring the land into your heart. Okay. And I'm going to speak this slowly and give you time to repeat for those who wish to repeat. I am one with the presence, power, and consciousness of spirit, the creative God force that moves within all things. I request an alignment with my earth healing team in the higher dimensions, those who will work co-creatively with me, only with the purest love, compassion, integrity, grace, for the highest willing good of all beings, and Mother Earth. I ask for a clear and perfect channel of the highest vibrations of love and light, dedicated to the service of the divine and all that is, to facilitate an action, the full healing and alignment of the planetary energies in this part of the earth. Please balance and align me and my working space to the higher dimensional grids to create protection, clarity, stability, and perfect grounding. Thank you. We just wait here for a moment and feel into the energy. And it's just using your intuition. And when it feels settled, we will continue. Healing team, I command the release and removal of all low vibrational energy beings, all their attachments, and any residual energy at whatever level or dimension they reside. Please remove them to their next evolution or to their own appointed time and place. Please shield this area from any further interference. Thank you. And don't forget to breathe through this process. Archangel Michael, Archangel Azrael, and the beings of light, please create a tunnel of light to take these earth-bound souls to the right and proper place. We welcome any beings who know them to help and support this process. Earthbound souls, this is not your home. It is now time for you to leave the earth's vibrations and go to your true place of love, light, and peace. Look around you, find the light. It will guide you. Go to the light now, and you will be totally free. Your loved ones are waiting for you to welcome you and heal you. Relax into the light. Go now with our love and blessings. Angels, we thank you. Namaste. Healing team, I command the clearing and removal from this land of all trauma, all conflicts, all war or battle imprints, all death imprints, and the release of all karmic patterning, curses, adverse astrological influences, imprints from past structures, or from any activities that have taken place on this site. Thank you. Healing team, I command the balancing of any adverse feng shui or vastu influences so that harmony and perfect energy flows are established and maintained. Thank you. Healing team, I command the balancing of any geopathic stress, ley lines, underground watercourses, or toxic electromagnetic frequencies, including 5G frequencies. Thank you. I command any astral portals, gateways, or energy vortexes to be balanced and aligned. Thank you. And take a nice deep breath in and out. And how are we all doing? Everybody doing all right? Does anybody want to share? Anybody want to say how that felt for them or what that experience was like? Okay.
Danielle, I was muted. This is Maxine.
Hi, Maxine.
Hi. I feel a little tired after that.
Yes. Do some breathing. Breathe, and if you have some water, right? Because you just moved some energy. Yay! Yes, you just moved some energy. Yes. What kind of land do you live on?
It was a potato field.
Oh, okay. All right. Do you know the history of the field that you're on?
Beyond that, I don't know. No.
Okay. It would be interesting for you to, when you have a moment, just look that up and see if you could find any history on the property that you're on. That would be interesting to see, but if that's quite a bit to move. So is it a large property?
No, a regular 60 by 100, regular property size.
Okay. All right. Yeah, it would be interesting to see what is there. I know for myself, when I learned about that there were wars there and there was, you know, many people died, I said, oh, that's why. Because you could kind of feel, you know, with properties, you can kind of feel it, you know, if you're sensitive to it. And if you're not sensitive to it, but you want to feel it, you can just set your intention to expand yourself into that space, you know, just get into a place of stillness, right? And go into that multidimensional aspect of yourself and just extend your consciousness to it and see what you pick up. You know, some people pick up a feeling, some people pick up an image, other people pick up a sound. Some people will physically feel it. They'll physically feel something in their body. So we're all so unique and different. So yeah, very interesting, but good for you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah. And if you still feel a little tired and you just want to get up and move your body a little bit, that also will help you, right? Just move your body a little bit, take your hands. Also, another thing that helps too is do a little thymus thumb. So what you do is right here, you just take your hands and go like this. Just some nice regular breathing. And this is a good thing to do at any time if you're feeling tired or sluggish. And just breathe into it. The thymus gland right here will help to, it'll wake it up and it'll wake up the endocrine system of the body and start to get the energies flowing. Yeah.
Yeah, feels better.
Good, good. Thanks for sharing. All right, I'm just gonna put you back on mute.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All righty. Move on. Okay. So now this next one that we're going to do is the quantum clearing of the home or office, right? Now the thing is that for your home, one thing to understand with this is do this only for your home that you live in, or you can do it for family or friends, but ask their permission first, okay? Never do this kind of work without getting the conscious okay and go ahead from the people that live there, because other than that, then it's an invasion and you're invading your will upon them. So just of the utmost integrity, only do it if you have permission, or just do it for your own personal property or land. It's okay if you live in an apartment building and you do the building. You're in the building, right? And you have the highest and greatest good and intention for everybody, so that's fine. But not like if you have annoying next door neighbors and you know, you want to maybe try to clear them out. You know, let's refrain from that and do it only if you ask them. You say, hey, listen, all right, if I do some clearing around, you know, if they say yes, then go ahead. Okay, so was everybody able to see the words when I put it up last time? Carol, Maxine, did you guys see the words? No? Okay. Does anybody want to see the words? Because I won't bother with the words if we don't want to see them. Okay. All right. So I'm going to leave it like that and just assume that everybody just wants to be able to hear it or repeat in their own time. Okay. So I invite you again to take a drink of water if you have it. Hopefully you do. And get comfortable again. And remember, the more that you can just relax into this, the better it is. Think about anything. When things relax, they get loose and open up. If you have anxiety or if you're tight, anxious or anything, and then everything closes up. This, I just wanted to mention also, this work is, it's, you know, we're such powerful beings. We're really powerful. When you set your intention and you make a command from the heart, of course, always with the highest will and good for everybody involved, it moves mountains. It really does. Okay, so we're going to get into the home or office, okay, or for the building you live in. All right, so get comfortable. Take a nice deep breath in and out. Now, when I speak this one, I'm going to prompt you for you to put in your address. Okay, we want to make sure that we're very clear on which property it is. So I'm just going to tell you, enter, you know, I'm just going to say to you, put in your property address, and you're going to put in your city, street, you know, the state, the area that you live in. You can say, you know, like, I'm on Tibbet Street in Orlando, Florida. Take it from there. Okay. Healing team, in the highest will and good, I command a multidimensional clearing of, and put in your address or area, I command the activation of a quantum healing grid matrix to balance and harmonize this property and land, and so create an alignment and integration with higher levels and dimensions in the Christ consciousness fields. Space clearing, power angels, I command a spin rotation to release and clear all hostile, disharmonic, and adverse energies within this property and land, including anger and apathy, anxiety and aggression, clutter and congestion, confrontation and conflict, despair and depression, fear and frustration, guilt and grief, hopelessness and heartbreak, illness and indulgence, lack and loneliness, miscommunication and misery, resentment and resistance, shame and sacrifice, stress and sadness, worry and worthlessness. I command the clearing of all distortions, karmic influences, low vibrational life forms, antagonistic entities, all obsolete energy, and anything else that hasn't been mentioned, but which you know needs to be cleared at this time. So you're going to feel the spin. You'll feel it increasing. And you'll feel it spinning in one direction. And just let it continue until it slows down. You'll start to feel that it'll start to slow down. Okay. I feel it settling now. When it slows down, we then say, I command the spin to reverse. So you feel it come to a stop, and then it'll start to spin in the opposite direction. And it will speed up a little bit. And make sure you breathe through this process. It is very important to breathe. The breath will help to move the energy out. Okay. And it'll start to spin. And when it's slowing down, and it slows, you say, stop spin. Thank you. Archangel Michael, beings of light and the Elohim of grace, love, light, and peace. I command a balancing and regeneration of this land and this property to fully encode the energies of abundance and acceptance, courage and creativity, calm and contentment, generosity and gratitude, freedom and forgiveness, honesty and integrity, health and healing, hope and prosperity, passion and peace, receptivity and reconciliation, trust and tranquility, unity and wisdom, vitality, and vision. I command grids of light beams forever extending outwards from this home, infused with full connection to the divine, to spirit, to all that is. Infused with sacred symbols and mandalas for healing. Wholeness, unlimited potential, and any other high vibrational energies that can be activated in this space at this time. Please raise the vibrational frequency of this place to the optimum level. For the supreme benefit of all those who inhabit or occupy this place. And when this feels complete, we will move on. You can literally feel yourself filling up with all that high vibration. And again, you can sense it in any way. The idea is to be sensitive to what you're experiencing and not to judge it, just allow it to be what it is. And when you feel full and you feel it is complete, you say, please seal the fields. Thank you. Earth Healing Team, I command activation of the Earth Healing Matrix to resolve, heal, and balance any geopathic stresses, all adverse electromagnetic stress and negativity from all sources, including underground water courses. I command the harmonization and optimization of all electrical, magnetic, and gravitational frequencies, including 5G frequencies, in this space, and ensure that this balance and harmony will continue for all future time. I command the frequencies of all electric, electronic, and magnetic devices to be harmonized to the energy fields of all occupants and visitors to this home or space. Please seal the field. Thank you. Masters of the Christ Consciousness Matrix, I command that all levels and dimensions of these fields and of all people within them now balance, harmonize, and align with the upper dimensional fields, the Christ Consciousness field, and the divine matrix to create integration, ease, and flow so that higher light frequencies can be established and maintained. Please seal the fields. Thank you. Oh. And you can take a nice deep breath. And you can wiggle your toes and fingers and come back into the room. And if anybody would like to share what that experience was like. Maxine, how was that for you? Are you feeling okay? Yeah, good. Okay. All right, so if you have some water, drink some water, because we're going to move into the personal energy fields. Now, this one I do every day. I start off my day, and sometimes if I have a really tough day, I'll do it multiple times in the day. So if I have a challenging day, if I have a stressful day, this is a beautiful way to end your day and to clear. Hold on a second. Oh, no. Went a little too far. That's all right. Hold on just a second. Okay, so, oh, you're feeling great. It's wonderful, Veronica. Perfect. Lovely. Yes, Elise, the last wording is the Masters of the Christ Consciousness Matrix. That answers your question. Okay. Okay. All right, so let's move on. Yes, so this one I do every day, and I end my day. Oh, you're welcome, Elise. You're welcome, my pleasure. So it's a great way to end the day. I'll tell you, you'll sleep a whole lot better doing this. I have a ton of practices that I do to ensure a good night's rest. And a lot of it has to do with clearing and cleansing, not just my teeth and not just my face, but all of my fields. You know, we have so many of these fields. You know, you have your bioenergetic field, you have your mental field, your emotional field, you have your spiritual field, your causal, your astral. There's so many of these. And there's various practices that I do to just clear them all out. And I have some like amazing dreams and intuitive downloads and wonderful developments that occur when you do these things. So just doing this at night will help you tremendously in getting a great night's rest and really feeling light, so you can go to sleep deep, right? Okay, as far as you can go up, down. So you got to go down to go up. Okay, so let's get into the personal fields. So if you felt like you feel great now, once you do the personal fields, you'll really feel that much better. Okay, so take your water. If you feel like you need to get up and move around for a moment, feel free to do so. Hold on just a second. I think at least got jumped out. Okay, good. So, yeah, so if you feel the need to like get up or move around, go right ahead. Awesome, Veronica. I love it. I love it that you're loving it. It's so awesome. Okay. So I'm just going to shake out just a little bit, just to refresh myself. All righty. And I invite you all again, sit back, relax. Hopefully, if anybody's speaking it, I'm speaking slow enough for you, but I will try to speak just a little bit slower on this one. Really feel into and lean into the wording. And just set your intention to embody it and to expand it. It's really as simple as that and as powerful as that. Okay. Okay. Healing team, in the highest will and good, I command the activation of a quantum healing and clearing, multidimensionally, through my aura and subtle bodies, to action balance and harmony, and so create an alignment and integration with higher levels and dimensions of the Christ consciousness fields. Angels and angels archangels and angels of healing, I command a quantum spin rotation to release any programs and patterns relating to hostile, disharmonic, and adverse energies, including anger and apathy, anxiety and aggression, chaos and congestion, confrontation and conflict, despair and depression, fear and frustration, guilt and grief, hopelessness and heartbreak, illness and indulgence, lack and loneliness, miscommunication and misery, resentment and resistance, shame and sacrifice, stress and sadness, worry and worthlessness. I command a release of all distortions, karmic influences, low vibrational life forms, antagonistic entities, all obsolete energy, and anything else that hasn't been mentioned, but which you know is required at this time. So take a nice breath here, and again, you're going to feel the spin, and you'll feel it increasing in one direction. You'll feel the spin going in one direction, and just let it go until it slows down. Excuse me. I burp oftentimes doing energy. Just moving the energy. Excuse me. And when it starts to slow, you then say, I command the spin to reverse. Now you'll feel it spinning in the other direction. And don't forget to breathe. Beautiful. And you'll feel it slowing down. And say, stop spin. Thank you. Archangels and angels of healing and the Elohim of grace, love, light, and peace. I command for the highest will and good, a balancing and regeneration of my energy fields to encode greater access to the energies of abundance and acceptance, courage and creativity, calm and contentment, generosity and gratitude, freedom and forgiveness, honesty and integrity, health and healing, hope and harmony, love, joy and laughter, inspiration and knowledge, mastery and miracles, patience and prosperity, passion and peace, receptivity and reconciliation, trust and tranquility, unity and wisdom, vitality and vision. And just breathe and feel your fields filling up with all that beautiful high vibrational energy. Just allow it to do its thing. Allow it to warm you, open you. Again, you could feel any number of sensations, or you could just have a knowing of it. And when it feels filled and complete, you say, please seal the fields. Thank you. Healing team, I command for the highest will and good. A healing and balancing within my energy fields of the effects of geopathic and electromagnetic stress and negativity from all sources, including underground water courses. I command a strengthening and stabilizing of the fields to create immunity to the effects of all electrical, magnetic, and gravitational frequencies, including 5G frequencies, of all electrical, electronic, and magnetic devices. I ask that this is maintained. And you can just sense into the strength and stability with that. And just lean into that. And then when that feels complete, you say, thank you. Masters of the Christ consciousness matrix, I command in the highest will and good that all levels and dimensions of these fields now balance, harmonize, and align with the upper dimensional fields, the Christ consciousness field, and the divine matrix, to create integration, ease, and flow, so that higher light frequencies can be established and maintained. Please seal the fields. Thank you. And don't forget to breathe. Breathe through that. I can definitely say for myself, I definitely feel brighter after that. You can just check in and just sense into yourself how you feel. Whenever you feel called to, you can come back into the room. Wiggle your toes and fingers again. If anybody wishes to share, you can feel free to do so. And drink some water. Maxine, you doing okay? Feeling all right? Good? Yes, awesome. Just want to make sure. Yeah, so these are very powerful tools. I mean, today we did 3 of them. So I definitely advise that if you can for the rest of the day, take it easy. Treat yourself really well. Eat some really good food, preferably organic, raw, natural, right? Plucked out of the ground food if you have it. Speak lovingly to yourself today. Kind and thoughtful thoughts towards yourself. Treat yourself with loving kindness. Definitely drink a lot of water. Try to drink more structured water if you can, or water that is moving. Wiggle your water around before you drink it. Okay, that always helps with energy and flow. Yeah, get into bed early if you can. Get some really good rest. You can also ask your team today, tonight, especially before going to bed, ask them to assist you in integrating the work that you did today on the highest levels. So you can just say, team and spirit, please help in integrating the work I did today on the very highest levels, and say thank you. And they'll work for you. They will work for you through the evening and assist you in integrating more fully any of the work that you did today. So Veronica is saying that she's feeling warm and fuzzy and her head is tingling. Oh, you're so very welcome. So very welcome, Veronica. Lovely. So let me just, hold on a moment. Okay. So good. All right. So we've got a little bit of time left. All right. So does anybody have anything else that they want to share before we move on? I hope this really was helpful for you guys, and that you got a lot out of it and that you use it. It really is powerful. I should let you know that this quantum healing comes from divine healing work that I do. I do channeled forms of healing, where I channel in your higher self and your team and spirit, and they let me know what it is that you're ready to clear. This is a wonderful process to clear your fields, but there's always work to be done. We are amazing beings of light that are immortal. We've lived hundreds, if not thousands of lives. And through those lives, we have carried traumas and past lives, and we carry them forward. Programming, belief systems, self-sabotages, hidden ego agendas, genetic lines, DNA coding. There's so much that we carry with us. And this divine healing is a process where I channel through your higher self, your team and spirit, and they let me know what it is that you're ready to clear. So it could be something from a past life. It could be something that you became imprinted with in the womb. It could be something that carries over from the paternal line or the maternal line. It could be something carried right from the point of creation. And we walk around with these things and we don't even know it. So this is a very powerful form of healing that gets into the subconscious, right? Gets into, getting to know what we don't know and lifting it up and giving it conscious light so that we can then release it and live a lighter, more fulfilling life. It's one of the tools that I use to assist you in coming into wholeness. So that is where this quantum healing has come from. And there's also, part of it did come from Angelic Outreach, which is an organizational line that does a lot of this deep kind of work and channeled work, bringing in higher lights and higher forms of modalities, like the latest modalities in healing at this time. So it is my pleasure. So this is just a little bit I wanted to share with you guys. Just know this: you are a spiritual being having a human experience. You are limitless and you are timeless. You are a powerful, infinite creator being of source. Don't ever forget that. You have a life's purpose and a mission that your soul set out for you in this lifetime so as to serve your soul's expansion. Every single one of us has a life mission. Everybody is here with a purpose. And this is such an exciting time to be alive because there's so many tools that we can utilize to really, truly know what is our soul's purpose. Why are we here? And actually fulfill that and serve our mission here that we came here, to do. And I know for myself, I want to get it done because I want to move on and up. So that's what I'm here to share with you guys. You have a unique gift to offer the world, and it is your life's mission and purpose and your soul's destiny in this lifetime to offer this in its fullest expression. So again, my organization is You Are Source. My name is Daniela Alina Viola, the Lady from Source, and I am an awakening and ascension guide. And it is my pleasure and honor to assist the seeker in the awakening heart and coming into wholeness and assisting you in embodying the truth of who you are. So you can join the family on Facebook group. I have a group on Facebook called Your Source Collective, and that's where I upload all of this great tools, techniques, meditations, daily inspiration. I'm doing them weekly, but I'm doing them more semi-weekly now, so you'll get notifications on there. I do private coaching and mentoring. I do soul contract work as well, so that is one of my specialties and my passions. And we're able to get in and discuss exactly what your karma is, why you're here, what you're here to do, what your soul's mission and destiny is, and what you need to do to embody it. And I give you an arsenal of tools and assistance. I don't just tell you what it is, but I give you the way to actually do it, and work with you. I can work with you one-on-one on that. I do private channeled healings, and I also do quantum field light therapy. So I use technology that allows us to read right into your fields and understand exactly what discordant energy is causing what kind of physical ailments or distortions that you may be experiencing. My website is yoursource.co. That is, Facebook is .com, facebook.com, yoursourceofficial. And my email is ladyfromsource@yoursource.co. So I do accept donations, and feel free to, if you feel called to do so and support my work. I do take Venmo, PayPal, and Zelle. This is actually my old name. I do name optimization as well. This is the old name, but it's attached to the Chase, and I can't really do anything with it at this time. So you can do Chase Quick Pay to danielle.viola.ny@gmail.com. This past year has been tumultuous. So many changes for you guys that know me. I was in New York not just a year ago, and now I'm in Florida. And then I've moved again in Florida from the Boca Raton area to now to Orlando, all driven by spirit. Spirit just driving me every step of the way to make these moves for my highest and greatest good, of course. Not always easy, but my highest and greatest good. So just before I let you guys go, and I know somebody had a question and I kind of lost it. If you wanted to just redo the question, it'll pop up for me again. I do apologize, I didn't get to it before. But I am offering a 4-week online workshop, and this is going to be an amazing workshop. It is called The Path of Empowerment, Following the Voice Within to Your Greatest Version. So it's a 4-week immersive online transformational workshop. So we're going to meet once a week for 4 weeks, and we're going to go deeper into practices, into a lot of different practices with advanced tools and processes that will truly assist you in transforming your life's experience. This is, each week is going to work and build on the next. So it's building a strong and stable connection to one's multidimensional beingness, the higher self and the team and spirit. We're going to do pineal gland DNA activation on 7 levels. So it's really going to open you up. If you already have and are practicing with your clairs, and even if you're not, absolutely, it's going to bring you to a whole nother level of extrasensory perception. We're going to do group clearings, and I'm going to do some channeled clearings with you guys. It's going to be around fear and karma and past life trauma. Those things happen to be you know, the aspects of the day that really need to be clear, that have the most density, that are keeping us down. So we're going to work on that in group clearings. It's going to increase into your intuition and your development. I had stated that of the clairs. You're going to learn how to cleanse, clear, and maintain a harmonious and receptive energy body. So we're going to get into the chakras, and we're going to get into the infrastructure, really the architecture of the multidimensional self, which is so important to understand when you're doing any kind of work like this. And I'm going to teach you how to do it for yourself. So you'll be totally empowered to be able to clean, clear, and perceive and go into those areas of the body, and understanding that we really are light body. We're pure light just contained within this physical vessel. And you're going to get a good introduction into that, what exactly that is, and how to open yourself up to it, to receive more light so you can expand and expand, which is what it's all about here. It's all about expansion. We're going to deepen self-love and open up the channels of giving and receiving. Self-love is so lacking, and it really is the core fundamental aspect of our being. And it is literally the gateway. It's the lock and the gateway to really expanding yourself and really growing into your fullest potential is through self-love, through the heart. So you're going to experience a whole new and exciting level of freedom, fulfillment, self-love, confidence, abundance, and joy through this workshop. Oh, yeah, there's the question. Let's see. Excuse me a moment. I'll bring up the question. Okay. Oh, you're welcome, Elise. You're welcome, Maxine. Much love. Okay. You're going to be able to take advantage of an arsenal of helpful meditations, tools, and techniques that will transform your life. So this is a live group working session. So it's going to be once a week. We're going to have a private Facebook group forum. So on the forum, I'm going to put up the classes, and I'm going to post up on the group page, and we're going to have challenges on the group page. I'm going to have exercises for you guys to do on the group page. So it's not just about meeting once a week. It's also about what's popping up on the Facebook group page for everybody. There's going to be exercises, meditations on there, and tools and things that you're going to be playing and working with. And then you're going to bring your experience into the group experience to share. Daily and weekly practices, tools, techniques to build your proficiency. Each week, again, building on the next. And you will come out of this class empowered to make your choices, grounded in your truth, more clear as to what you truly want, and aligned to your unique path and your soul's growth and expansion. So if you're interested, again, it's 4 consecutive Saturdays. It's going to be beginning on May 30th. So, and then it's going to run through, and the last Saturday is going to be on June 20th. I'm thinking of starting it at either 10:30 or 11 a.m. It really depends upon, I have a few people signed up for it already, and I know that they were flexible, but I really wanted to get the rest of the group together and just make sure. Sometimes 10:30 might be too early, but I'm thinking like 11 o'clock is a good time, because then it's just before lunchtime and you still have the whole rest of your day to go. I am being called, my team is calling me to offer this just for $111, and I'm taking their call. So that is a real steal, but it's so aligned with me to offer this at this time. I'm really being called to expand it out to as many people as possible. Just with what's going on the planet, we really need to get into our multidimensional selves, so we can navigate more with more sense of security, more sense of empowerment, really understanding and practicing and implementing, listening to that higher self, listening to that greater part of you who can see the road and the valleys and the pitfalls, and really knows the truth and what is for the highest and greatest good for you and for everyone involved in your choices. And that's really why I'm offering this, is so that is to teach and to share what that is and how to work with it and how to sense into that, so that you can make those tough decisions with assurance, and to get a sense that you really are making the right choice, so you can move ahead with a clearer mind, an open heart, and be able to receive all the beauty and all the abundance of this world that is available to us. It's right here. It's right around us. Are we the clear and open channel to be able to receive that and utilize it, and in exchange, offer it to the world? And that's really what this course is about. So I'm offering it for that. You can reach out to me at at my email address here. You can also, on the Facebook page, you can email me. Just reach out to me in any way. You can message me, and I'll be happy to answer any further questions that you guys may have. Okay, so I think that is it for me. Anybody has any other questions? Let me see, where were we? Now what I'm going to do is, thank you so much, Dennis. So much love to you all. If you don't have any other questions for me, and wishing you all a beautiful day, a beautiful week, a beautiful month, and a spectacular year full of growth and expansion. Much love, everybody. Bye-bye.